All right, so you guys should have your chapter 5 notes in front of you. If you are a virtual learner and you don't have this packet at home, because some people are, what you can do is just grab out a sheet of paper, write it down on a piece of paper, all right? That way you can still keep up with where the rest of us are at. So 5-1, I want you to go ahead and put your pointer finger under 5-1 for me, please. Altogether, 5-1 says, I can classify angles. Oh, let's go. Let's try that again because this side of the room is really dead. Ready? 5-1 says, I can classify angles. And 5-1 says, I can solve for unknown angle measures. I think it is. Those are the only two I could hear. Natasha, ready? Natasha? All right. We're going to try that again. It is actually really helpful to know what it is that you're learning, believe it or not. So you guys probably are like, oh, I can read, Mrs. White. But it's very important for you guys to understand what the goal is. So for 5-1, let's try this again. Ready? 5-1 says, I can classify angles and I can solve for unknown angle measures. Go ahead and shade in the C up there. And we are working with angles. So flip to 5-1. And go ahead and decode the word acute angle for me, please. So decode acute angle. Acute angle. Acute angle. And an acute angle is an angle, very good, less than 90 degrees. Yep, an angle that's less than 90 degrees. Which that means it's a small angle. So any angle that's smaller than 90 degrees is an acute angle. So I'm going to draw for myself a nice small angle here. And then maybe I will label this 47 degrees. So that way I know it's less than 90 degrees. So now that we've talked about an acute angle is a small angle, kind of like a cute baby is a small baby. Now go ahead and decode the word right angle for me. Right. And then angle. And what did you just say it was? It's exactly 90 degrees. Very good. Exactly 90 degrees is a right angle. Exactly 90 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and draw an angle here. And I'm going to put this box in the corner. And this box right here in the corner indicates it's a right angle. Tells us it's a right angle. So I got a cheesy math joke for you. Who wants to participate with me? Are you cold? A little bit. Okay, go stand in the corner. Are you feeling warmer? Yeah. Guess why? Because it's 90 degrees over there. It's a knee slapper. A right angle. A corner's 90 degrees. In a corner, it's always 90 degrees. So you should be really warm. Do you agree? All right, go ahead and sit back down. All right. So that's my cheesy way to try and help you remember what a right angle is. Think about a corner. If you're ever cold, go to a corner because corners are always 90 degrees. Now let's go down to obtuse angle and decode that. Very good. It's actually just more than 90 degrees. So you can write more than 90 degrees. But I like that you're thinking. That's awesome. Yep, it's a big angle. You could do a straight line. Yep, a straight line is 180 degrees. So that would be obtuse. You are correct. And I remember an obtuse angle is a big angle because obtuse has a B in it. So obtuse angles would be a big angle. So I'm going to do obtuse angle. And then the obtuse angles, any angle greater than 90 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw a nice big angle, and maybe I'll say that's 120 degrees. Any questions about those three vocab words so far? All right, let's flip to our next page. There are a lot of vocab words in this chapter. Yep. Now, a straight angle. Let's talk about a straight angle. Does anybody know how many degrees a straight angle is? 180. Very good. A straight angle, you don't even have to decode that one. I'll save you from decoding it. A straight angle is exactly 180 degrees. And the vocabulary word is kind of misleading because you hear the word angle and you think it's got to have an angle. But really, a straight angle is just a straight line. So a straight angle is just a straight line. It's 180 degrees. 180 degrees is a straight line. Yes, sir. Yeah, typically, very good. It usually has the dot in the middle to show exactly where the center is. You're right. And what I often think about with a straight line is if I'm standing facing you guys, so look at me. If I were to turn completely around, how many degrees did I just turn? 360, right? If you go completely around, that's 360 degrees. So if I go from facing you guys to facing the back, I only went halfway, so how many degrees? 180, and I made a straight line. So a straight line is 180 degrees. A full circle is 360 degrees. Now let's go down to complementary angles. I'm going to have you decode this one. So go ahead and decode complementary. Yep. Complementary angles. Complementary angles, and we're going to practice saying that one. Complementary. Ready? What's the word, class? Complementary. So complementary. All right, thank you, bud. I'm just really... Complementary angles are angles that add up to 90 degrees. Angles that add up to 90 degrees. Yep, it multiple angles. It could be 2 angles. It could be 3 angles. Typically, it's going to be 2 angles. So typically, it'll be 2 angles that add up to 90 degrees. You could, but typically, it'll just be 2. So what I'm going to do, since they add up to 90 degrees, is I'm going to draw a right angle for myself. And I'm going to put that box in the corner so I know it's a right angle. And I'm just going to draw a third line that breaks those angles in half. So what you just did was you created 2 different angles that add up to 90 degrees, 2 acute angles. Very good. I like that. That's what we're going to get to with supplementary. So go ahead and decode supplementary for me. Supplementary. Yes. Yes, sir. Supplementary angles. And we're going to practice saying that one too, because that's a new word. The word is supplementary angles. What's the word, class? Supplementary angles. Good. Supplementary angles. So look, complementary angles that add up to 90. Supplementary angles that add up to 180. Good. That add to 180. Now, there are a couple different ways to remember the difference between supplementary and complementary. I'm going to tell you guys my favorite. I'm going to give you 2 different ways. So complementary and supplementary, which comes first in the alphabet, C or S? C. Which comes first, 90 or 180? 90. So C comes first in the alphabet. 90 comes before 180. S comes second. 180 comes second. Or, actually, my younger brother taught me this one. Complementary starts with a C. Corner starts with a C, and corners are 90 degrees. So complementary, corner, 90 degrees. And then you would remember supplementary, straight line, supplementary, SS, straight lines are 180 degrees. All right, so either of those will work. There are some more out there. There are some other ways to kind of remember that, but those are my two favorites. Yep. All right, that's as far as we're going to get today.